Right, this is a quick intro and demonstration on how to make things less obvious, more subliminal in cartoons, media and such like, and how they use certain signs for directions behind the back and right in front of your face on national TV. Now this is the sign for what the paedophiles call in love with little boys. Yeah. Can you all see that nice and clear? This is how they make it then become more subliminal or harder to see when it's in the background of a cartoon or on the television media or wherever. And this is what I have picked up and learnt from studying off YouTube only and other various things like Google and accessible stuff to the normal human being on this planet. They simplify it by taking the squiggle out the triangle. Do you get me so far? Now, for directions and things like that, and old school, ask an Indian, you know, Hiawatha, and his and her girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever, because it could be a trans Hiawatha. I don't care, right? But way back when, tracking and all that sort of stuff, they used to use things like sticks and arrows. E.g., there is one stick. There's two sticks, there's three sticks, right? And you put them together to make an arrow. Yeah? Now, you can just use one of these sticks here as a pointer without having an arrow of direction, because it's got to the said final destination. E.g., I'll draw the there's the full pedo sign again. Now, rather than use an arrow, they can use one of those sticks like that, because it's got to its final destination, the object being the subject matter there. Right? Do you get me so far? Now, to make that then subliminal, yeah, they do this, which I've noticed on YouTube, Google only. That's there available for everybody to see if they study it. It takes quite a while. To learn it all, as well as pick up other stuff and learn other stuff in life that you have to do as a human being, tick over in life anyway. But this is what they do. Yeah? They take out the squiggly bit in the middle so it's less obvious, right? I'll just extend that a bit. The stick. Yeah? They take it out of the middle. They take the squiggly bit out of the middle. Yeah? To make it less obvious. So it becomes more subliminal and easier to hide in the background or wherever without it being obvious. Now, other tracking things they used to do way back was they could do this stuff in the sand. Yeah? E.g., it'll look exactly the same what I'm doing now. They could get a little arrow and draw it in the sand, or they could use sticks, or they could use the combination to mix it up a bit, yeah, to create more of a hidden sign, because people either just see a stick, they don't see the arrow in the sand, or they don't see the other drawings in the sand or whatever, so it becomes harder to see because it's scattered, hence harder to detect. And this is basic stuff, by the way. Now when I say basic stuff, it's basic stuff to those who know. Those who don't know won't know until they can see it or learn it or whatever. Now this is all easy pick-up stuff because it's in cartoons, films or whatever, you know, high waffer films, this, that and the other, Indian films, cowboy films and such like. It gets a lot more advanced, which I will not go into on the sense of the tracking. Go and ask Ray Mears and his pals. Right, do you get me so far? Now I'm going to show you something that's on a national scale through our national BBC going out to the world, because the BBC is seen by the world. If it's not seen by everybody in the world, obviously it's seen by other media type of conglomerates, let's say, or businesses that then communicate with each other, and so on and so on and so on, if you get my funky drift so far.
Younger boys. This symbol is for paedophiles who prefer much younger boys, known as the little boy lover logo. It is also a blue triangle spiral like the boy lover logo.
Right, here we go. We have the one there, little boy lover, as a basic triangular shape, and then you have like a triangular but squiggle in this shape as well. Yeah?
This is something that's quite horrible actually. Yeah. Now, it's basically it's about Venezuela and the pregnancies, and the women in Venezuela can't afford the babies and the food or whatever. But to me, this says another message. If you see the stripy lines there, it looks like an arrow pointing to the kid. Right? This stuff here. That's just been done. Yeah? And there's a kid stood there, holding his near bits or whatever. Yeah? Those lines have just been put there. And the stick is a line for the triangular. Yeah? It's all a bit pedophilic, this. Yeah? This to me, this is pedophilic. This is like, go to Venezuela, you get little boys. That's basically what that says to the signs that we see written in the sand. They all look like normal signs, don't they? But it's the triangles and stuff like that. People say, oh, kids just did that. Those kids don't do triangles and stuff. That there is done by the people round there, the adults round there. It's an arrow pointing to the kid. And there's triangles of pedophilia, which is basically, they like little boys. That's what it means. That's your BBC for you. There's a triangle there. And there's the arrow. Yeah? That's what that means. And they'll swear blind it's the kids who did it. Yeah? My arse. That's how they do it in front of your faces, everybody. That's how they do it in front of your faces on the news. The BBC is a big child paedophilic industry.
Right, now here is a basic rundown, breakdown of the video caption of what you've just seen that's been transmitted by the BBC. And this is what they do in all these countries where there's loads of disrupted little children and the cause of concern. The emotions have all been twisted by the BBC now because the viewers watching it and going blinking out what's happening over there and all the rest of it. So whilst you watch the TV and all that sort of stuff, your eyes are less focused to actually seeing the subliminal messages behind or straight in front of you, because you're emotionally attached on the storyline, which is the divert, if you get me funky drift. Now this is the breakdown of what you've just seen. There's the stick, there's the triangle, there's that big arrow that's been grated in the sand, freshly by the way, it's still got damp in it, so it's just been done. And there's the little child, and he's actually holding his bits type of area, because nervous putting on a focus that's being shoved there by adults who are doing this perversion. Yeah? Stick, triangle, arrow in the sand, and the kid stood there scared stiffless. Yeah, it's on a focus point, which then puts the soul and glare of the child into insecurities, which is the preying angle of the pedo part of it.